What's going on, everybody? Jake here. Today marks week 3 for my 24-hour fast, right? And if you haven't seen the last 2 videos, basically what I'm doing is a challenge by Wim Hof. I do a 24-hour fast every Monday of the week for a straight month. And if you haven't seen those last 2 videos, go check them out. I'll give you a little run through what I did basically in those last 2. So in the first one, I completely messed up. Not messed up, I kind of went through more of a challenge on myself. Instead of 24 hours, I did 36 hours because on Sunday night I started at 9 p.m. and then I carried into Monday night at 9 p.m. and I didn't want to eat that late, so I just slept through that fast and then wound up being 36. That first week though was horrible. It was horrible. I was fatigued, I was tired, I was cranky. I wanted food, yeah, so that was one of the hardest ones yet. Second week, the following week, my last video, my most recent of the fast, that was probably one of my best, and it's even better compared to this one because I don't know what it was. I was energized, I was in a great mood, I just wanted to get stuff done. Now this fast today, my third one, I did the same thing I did last week. So what I did was I started at 1 p.m. on Sunday and then I carried into 1 p.m. today. Now, like I said, I have a couple more hours, probably like an hour and a half actually left into my fast, and then it's done. So I just thought I'd make this video now. But what was different that I did from this one compared to the last week? Because last week, I mean, it was so much better than this one. So I think the thing that I did different was I might have eaten too much food before I started at 1 p.m. So when 1 p.m. hit last week, what I did was I think I just had a shake. I think I had something light like a shake, and that was it. My body would digest that. This time though, I thought I would eat so much food that to overwhelm my body so that I could be good for the 24 hours, but I don't know if that was a bad thing. Basically what I had was a whole mix of food. I made a bison burger, right, with whole wheat on whole wheat bread, so it had Dijon mustard on it as well. So I had that, and then I had sardines, and then I had sardines. They're not the best, but they're really good for you. So I had sardines, then I had an avocado, and then I had Vietnamese pho, which is like a noodle Vietnamese dish. And then I thought I had one more thing. I think that was it. But that was a lot of food to kind of take in. And maybe that overwhelmed my body, I'm not sure, in a way that it kind of got me a little less tired. But it was nothing like the first week. This week, week 3, was definitely way better than the third week, than the first week, because the first week I was like just completely tired. However, I did feel a little bit fatigued yesterday, especially because I start at 1 p.m. It's kind of more of a Sunday fast, I don't know. It's both, to be honest. But I do it at 1 p.m. now because I can sleep through most of it, right? If I start at 1 p.m. on Saturday or on Sunday, I can kind of carry into the rest of that day, eat that last meal and then finish strong and then sleep through the most of it and then wake up. But what happened was when 1 p.m. hit, right, I was fine. I was fine until around, I would say, 8 at night. My head started to thump a little bit. It started to get, a little bit of pressure in my head. That might be because I was outside playing sports. So probably around 4 o'clock, I was playing sports outside. Obviously, I'm already 3 hours into my fast. I made sure I kept on drinking water with salt as well, because my body loses salt when you do exercises like that, working out, sweating a lot. So what I did was, when I got back from that playing sports, it's weird because one of the hard things that I notice is that I tend to forget that I'm on the fast, and I'll walk by the pantry or the fridge like I'm about to grab something, and I have to remind myself, like, wait, I'm on a fast. What am I doing? I'm on a fast here. So as the night carried on into 8 p.m., I noticed that it was basically a battle with my mind. And it might seem like that's not a long time without going out food, but for me it's different because in all my life I've just been eating food at a specific time. So to switch this kind of regimen up, to switch my body going into a different kind of battle where I'm not eating food at a specific time, it's a battle with my mind, and that's what it was. So one of the things that helped was taking a cold shower. taking a cold shower at night is actually very beneficial as well for me specifically, because it can actually put your body to sleep. That might sound different and reverse, whereas it would wake you up, because I do take them in the morning as well, as it shocks my body. But it can also put you to put your body to sleep, because your body wants to get cold first, as to cool down your brain, and then so you can rest and go into bed. But that helped kind of with like my mental capacity, with like pushing that feeling of that urge of eating away out of my mind. And like I mentioned, my head started to kind of beat a little bit and thump. Something that actually helped and actually erased this feeling was something called tractioning. If you don't know what tractioning is, it is basically you're hanging your head off a certain angle. So my mother is a chiropractor. She has this tractioning unit, which is basically a foam device which is at a certain kind of angle. And what you do is you hang your head off of it, and it's it separates, it actually opens up like your body more, because we're always hunched down and we're always bent over. So I guess when I did that, it kind of like opened up my neck more, and maybe relieved something throughout the inferior part of my brain, or just throughout some part of my brain that made me feel a lot less kind of distraught and like my head being thumping. So that was eliminated, and that was good. And then I carried on and went to bed, and basically that was it. I fell asleep pretty fast, and then I woke up, and here I am now. And the morning wasn't bad at all. The morning, I woke up around 8:30, and then I carried on throughout my day, just did normal stuff and did some of my work. And I have about hour probably left now, or hour and 30 left. And yeah, it wasn't really bad. That was the only thing I noticed, was that it was a battle with my mind. It was just me and myself. It was you versus you, basically. That'd be a good title to this, you versus you, because that's what it is. It's to the point where you have to understand that your mind is going to tell you things within the matter of 5 minutes. And if you choose to succumb to that pressure, then you're going to go and grab that food. And that's like anything, not just fasting. It's like anything. If you're going to go do something and your mind's like, oh yeah, go do it. You have to battle your mind and tell you, no, I'm not going to go do this. That could be the other way around. If your mind has a great idea that it wants to create, a creative idea, but you're too scared to do it, you have to flip that and say, no, let's go pursue that idea. Because that's what I learned actually from Jim Kwik. If you see my Jim Kwik video, your mind makes a decision in 5 minutes, and if you don't act on that in 5 minutes, it will switch. So it's a battle with your mind. That was the biggest thing I took away from last night, and that Sunday night, was that like I have to just focus on going against my mind and becoming a better version of myself through this 24-hour fast. So I can kind of look at it as using this 24-hour fast as an opportunity to become stronger. And that's what I did. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me. I appreciate it. I'll see you on the last week, which is next week, on that Monday of my 24-hour fast. And yeah, thank you so much. Stay positive, stay happy, guys. Peace.